Bonjour everyone, welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to do another quick showcase of different diecast. Today it's going to be boxed and carded, and we are going to check out some Japanese vehicles, which is pretty much my favorite country of origin for vehicles. I grew up 80s and 90s. So basically, 80s and 90s obviously is really when Japanese vehicles started to be really big on the American market. And yeah, I'm going to showcase some recent to not so recent finds, miscellaneous brands. Yeah, I'll try and keep it at least organized by diecast brand, and we'll just go from there basically. So here we go. I'm gonna start off with some Matchbox. So we're gonna start off with some moving parts. First one I want to show you is this 1978 Subaru Brat. So Ute pickup, however you'd like to call it. So this one is a Walmart pickup from a few months back. So it's a pretty nice vehicle. I do like the Brat basically. I think I like the slightly lifted Hot Wheels rendering a little bit more. Have one of those from the Shop Truck series in premium. This specific one though, I do like the opening hood, where we can see a glimpse of the flat 4 and even the spare tire that was actually located under the hood, since the flat 4 engine being extremely low slung, if we're talking about its positioning, did allow enough room for the spare, hence giving more room in the back for other elements. So moving parts is like this, it's not a premium because we're talking about plastic wheels. It doesn't have any type of additional deco front and rear. It does have the stripe with the 4x4 and Brat livery on the sides. Almost gives it kind of like a start scan hutch look. But yeah, as the name entails, it does give you a moving part. Wish it looked just like in the picture there, but we'll take what we can get. These are about what, $4 Canadian or something like that at big box stores. So pretty affordable, and it's a model I really enjoy. So there you go. So that was the first one. Second one I'm going to show you, same wave, and this one I was pretty happy because I don't have a whole lot of these type of vehicles in my collection. I'm talking about the 1963 Honda T360 K truck. So I won't get into detail what the K car is, but all in all, it has to be well under 4 meters long. Specific width also, if we're talking about dimensions, that has to be respected. The engine cannot be bigger than 660 cc, so 0.66 liters. Don't ask me what that is in cubic inch. I have no idea and don't feel like converting it right now. And output is a maximum of 63 horsepower, so, or 64 PS. So these this category of vehicle in Japan does get a tax break basically, and be it on licensing, on registration, on even parking costs. If we're talking about big automated parkings they have in Japan, well, Osaka and Tokyo and other major cities. So this one has really good detailing front and rear, as you can see, with the opening hood in the front that reveals the spare tire. Now honestly, I am not sure if this is a front engine or mid-engine vehicle. I'm trying to see if the artwork could tell us. Possibly, more or less does. A lot of these vehicles were mid-engined, yeah, but I'm really not sure. If anybody knows exactly, definitely feel free to chime in the comments. So yeah, so Matchbox moving parts, not really premium. And another that's not really premium would be the one of two vehicles I picked up the first and last time I saw this brand of vehicles in one of my local Walmarts. Keep in mind we do not have Target here in Canada, and a lot of the stuff you guys get in the States, if you're watching from the US, we do not get in Canada. Just to name a few, Johnny Lightning, which we haven't seen in store for, I don't know, over 6 years for sure. And also Auto World, which we never got in store. We really have to go to diecast resellers for that, or diecast stores or whatnot. There's a few things like that. Some series that are Target exclusives we don't get. We don't get Red Editions. Rarely get Zamax, even at Walmart. The Walmart Zamax, it's very rare that we get those. We've maybe gotten the last 2-3 waves, from what I can gather. Yeah, so no flying customs, no Red Editions. Just give you a bit background of some of the diecast scene here up here in Quebec and Canada in general. All right, so next one, basically, yeah, first time I see any Tomicas on the shelf in Canada. So you got the US packaging here. As you can see, Walmart exclusive. It's a Honda High Medic, so based off the High Ace. Just a basic Tomica. So, and normally you get the 4 or 5 slot wheels like that, or the vintage Majorette looking kind of slick wheels. Got the raised roof with the very big sirens and lights and whatnot. Opening trunk. You can actually see the hinges through the rear window there. And you have the box. Normally in Japan, how these are sold, they're sold directly in the box. Here, in a little plastic bag, inserted, sometimes with stickers to put on your vehicle and represent whichever prefecture in Japan you'd like to represent. And yeah, so yeah, a little oddity basically, but nice little vehicle. I like vans. So next up, let's go into some Majorette. I have a bunch of Majorette here that I've taken out to show you. So we'll try and do them fairly quick because they're all part of the, mostly part of the premium car series. I didn't go into any type of street cars or like the main lines. Probably gonna check those out in an alternate video. But yeah, let's check some Majorette together. So I'm pretty much gonna go by brand, I guess, by vehicle manufacturer, I guess. First one I'm going to show you is the Honda CRZ, sorry. So inspired by the CRX, but hybrid, stick shift, front wheel drive, tiny little gas engine. So yeah, matte black. Proportions are really good. Painted deco front and rear. Opening trunk with the Honda badging, CRZ badging, and all that good stuff. Same thing on the front. You have mirrors on this casting, side view mirrors. It's a nice little car. Like the wheels as well, the double 6 spokes with the chrome lip. It's got rubber tires. So normally, yeah, premium cars you'll get an opening feature, rubber tires. These do have plastic bases. But yeah, really cool little car. It's kind of an unusual one as well because CRZ basically, there's not a whole lot of diecast renditions of this model. Tomica should have one. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure they do. Stay in the Honda here, but go the opposite side of the spectrum. It's a recent pickup, Honda Civic Type R. Same wheels as the CRZ. Got a nice lime green color. And these all come, by the way, with a little card there, with vehicle info and whatnot. Opening trunk once more. Painted details throughout. Now, mind you, these are larger than 164. Slightly larger, probably more like 160 than 164. But yeah, better detailed than the Hot Wheels version in my humble opinion. Obviously the wheels, these come with 20-inch rims from factory. A lot of people that modify these cars will actually downsize the rims to 19s. These look smaller than 19s, so the wheel size seems to be kind of off. But, you know, it is what it is. But it's still a pretty nice car, and you know, the color's unusual, so you know, I have the Hot Wheels version in black, Hot Wheels version in red, as well as the one with the HKS livery, not the Super, but the regular. This makes a nice addition to the whole thing. Did have before the one that had the Type R livery, the white with the Type R livery, that I traded to one of my good friends that's a Honda enthusiast, and he collects every single Honda Hot Wheels ever made, so he didn't have that one, gave it to him, and he gave me a little trade there for that car. So let's see next. How about we check out some Nissans, because you guys all know I love my Nissans, favorite brand. So Majorette made this really good year back, maybe 2 years back, made this really good rendition of the R35 Gtr. A couple color waves have come and gone, but this one specifically in orange is something that's really nice, well detailed. And I didn't have an orange GTR before I picked up this one, so we can see here the lensed headlights, GTR badge in the grille, opening doors, fairly nice interior that we probably won't be able to see extremely well. Let's try anyway. Yeah, it's all black, so. But yeah, nice little model. Very well done. And this is the 16 plus model with the revised front bumper. So, yep, I like that one. And if you want to go a little bit more extreme with the R35 GTR, we have here the Nismo version. There you go. So Nismo, little red pinstripe going all around the bottom. Nismo on the back. GT3, GTR badge, you know, pretty much the same type of execution as a whole. But, you know, we've got the wide body, you got the big wing, you've got a bunch of little racing accessories and tidbits. Still looking at the same wheels. Give you a close-up on those. See if... But yeah, literally, so far, 4 sets of wheels. All 4 are the same sets, except for the orange GTR that actually does not have the chrome ring around it. You know, another example of without the chrome ring was put on a JDM car by Majorette. Got this GR Supra. It's a recent pickup. Again, opening doors. I prefer this to the Hot Wheels version personally. It's really well executed. Again, if you're not too difficult on scale, prefer mentioning if you want to get into Majorettes. The Majorettes will look bigger if you display them next to 164s, especially true 164s. But they're very well done. So you can see Toyota badging. You can see that it's got lens headlamps. Nice yellow. Gloss yellow. Nice little vents on the front fenders, as you can see. You know, very well done. The interiors, you know, they're all well executed, but it's just it's a black interior, so you can't really see much. But GR Supra, hoping that they'll do some recolors of this one, because it's a really nice one. Don't know if they'll do a race version or something like that, but could be cool to see. So next, let's see what we can follow this up with. How about we go a little bit more vintage here? I have two cars to show you in the Majorette vintage line, which is the equivalent of the premium cars, but as the name would entail, we're talking about vintage models. I've got two that are Japanese in my collection. First and foremost, one that I was super happy to get my hands on, the Silica Gt Coupe. I mean, it's really well done. You've got the period stripes on the bottom, little GT badge on the rear fender between the wheel and the door, doors that open, really nice rear detailing. Try and get a better shot of that, because through the packaging sometimes it gets a little bit difficult, but I'm not ready to crack all my Majorette open yet, so these are kind of costly in Canada, although in fair amount of availability. So yeah, the rear lights are really well done. Got a little GT badge. Front lights are lensed once more. You know, the front end is really well done. I really like this. Got the GT badge again in the grille. Very cool. Great looking car. Yeah, pretty much Toyota's first sports car in North America. Not the first sports car ever, as their first sports car ever, or recognized as such, would be this one here, Toyota 2000 GT. As you can see, we got the knockoff style tri-spoke wheels on this and the Celica before, blade in different diameters, wheels being large on this one. This one also does have an opening part. We're talking about an opening hood. That'll give us a little view of the straight six, but I mean the straight six itself, it's not super detailed. We're just talking about the, you know, gray plastic. So, but the car as a whole is pretty nice. The wheels are slightly oversized, but detailing's pretty darn decent. Front especially, with the lensed front lights and the bumper, plus you have the pop-up lights you can see above. Windows closed on this one, so obviously we won't be able to see much of the interior, but again, black plastic interior, well molded, but nothing to shout home about. Very cool one. Was very happy to find this one. Actually surprised to find this one, because it was fairly newly released, and we get these normally 6 months to a year late compared to the European market or whatnot. So let's see. Next, I will present to you. Let me just make a little bit more room here. There we go. A little bit more room. Just a little bit more room. So yeah. Next, let's check out a quick twin pack. So this twin pack I purchased at a car show. There's a couple diecast sellers, and since these are fairly hard to come by outside hobby stores that sometimes have prohibitive pricing if compared to big box stores, I was able to pick this twin pack up. So it's a Johnny Lightning, part of the Import Heat series. We've got the 04 Lancer Evo. From the bumper seems to be an Evo 8, and the EK Civic hatchback. This you know, specific twin pack is definitely not one that was super hyped on or popular, as pretty much all the glory of this wave was taken up by there was a twin pack that had a R34 Gtr and a S13 240 SX hatchback. So obviously that really got it's on the list if I can acquire one for a decent price, but I'm not holding my breath since Johnny Lightning is mentioned. We don't have authorized Johnny Lightning retailers that are not hobby stores. So, I mean, you pay what they cost, basically, if you really want them in your collection, if you're in Canada. So, it's unfortunate, but that's how it is. Maybe a private seller, who knows. But yeah, I like these two race cars. You know, obviously the Rally Art livery is pretty epic on the Evo. And the Civic, I like the livery as well. It's reminiscent of the JTCC series in the 90s and early 2000s, the Japanese Touring Car Championship, where Civics definitely ran, and you also had you know, a bunch of stuff, Primeras and you know, Mazda X06 and all kinds of, you know, Toyota Carinas and all kinds of cool cars. You know, really kind of like the British Touring Car Championship, but you know, JDM. We're gonna finish off this quick showcase. Not that quick, but you know, I made longer videos. Let's just say that. Finish this off with a couple green lights. One of which is definitely an older pickup. I probably picked this up 2 to 3 years ago. I really had to pick this up because, I mean, this is literally the perfect spec Hakosuka Skyline for me. It's got the Steelies, it's got the white paint, and it's, you know, it looks pretty much all stock. Love this. This is part of the Tokyo Torque series by Greenlight. Very cool series. A blade a bit repetitive. This is part of Series 4, so a pretty old release. I think they're at Series 8 or 9 or something like that. Not exactly sure because I haven't picked up one of these in a while. Simply because, you know, it's the same castings that keep coming back and back and back again with different liveries. So this one I do have a race version of as well, with the PCMS livery and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, great casting. I also have a loose one in red with silver wheels, like Watanabe style wheels. This one is mentioned as the Steelies, but I mean, they're kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see in detail. Oh, there you go. You can see it here. That's really cool because that's the factory wheels that came on these GTRs, the first 2 gens at least. And the Watanabe RS8s were optional. So yeah, pretty cool wheels. Next one, actually this was a pickup I think last week. It's the latest and greatest out of the Hot Pursuit series. Extremely prolific, as you can see. Series 40. So this is the 40th release of a Hot Series 6-car set. Is it 6 cars? Yeah, 6-car set. Looking at the back here, the only one that I actually picked up is the GTR, from what I can see. The other 5 I did not. The store did spot the DJ5, really not interested. Chevy Caprice, I mean, I'm starting to have a lot of different castings of the box Chevy, so, you know, I didn't need a volunteer sheriff San Diego in green and white. I don't know, I didn't really feel it. Ford F-250 is really cool. 95 though, I did spot that one, and I didn't pick it up, but I might, not sure yet. 17 Ram 1500 and Dodge Durango. I mean, Dodge Durango, I have the civilian version, which I prefer. The Ram 1500, I don't know, it's not something I'm super interested in. This one though, Stockholm Police, Swedish police livery. Pretty darn cool. It's kind of funny it doesn't have any lights on the roof, but then again, better for aerodynamism, so I'm not gonna knock green light there. Good. I mean, this casting over all in all is not really problematic. You know, I've not seen any huge amount of issues or whatnot. However, this one, as you can see, or if you can see, and this, I'm pretty sure I'd have to crack it open to see if this is a problem, but there seems to be a little bit of missing paint right above my thumb, and there seems to be some package rubbing elsewhere on the paint. You can see the fender. I mean, this is really packaging issues. It's not really a production or quality control issue. But I mean, that may actually come off. I don't know. And the tampos seem to be intact. So, I don't know. Pretty sure that the black chip there, that's actually chipped unless it's dirty. But yeah. Unless it was already put through a pursuit and you know, it was a difficult one. Same time I picked up that GTR, I picked up this one. I did advise on previous videos that I was a really big fan of vintage ad cars. I mean, this is the name of this series specifically, the vintage ad cars, with the vintage ad of that Datsun 510 72. But you know, other brands make this. I mean, M2's got a really nice brand of kind of like mainline-ish, no opening parts, and carded vintage ad style cars as well that I really like. But they don't really have anything but American cars. Whereas in this case, this I believe is the second iteration of Datsun 510, or maybe third under the vintage ad cars. There's this one. There was previously a rally version, and there may have been another one as well. So that's what I find cool about specifically the green light version of the ad cars. Literally, you know, it's more varied than the than what you'd find with other diecast companies. Example M2. So it's a really cool one. I like the fact that it's got 8 spokes and the white line tires. It's pretty cool. Last, but definitely not least, I'm going to show you one that I actually did pick up from a diecast store, Passion Diecast, up in the North Shore of Montreal. This is a Green Light and Tarmac Works collab. So Tarmac Works did the livery, the Endless Brake livery, and Green Light lent the GTR R34 casting, which I have a multitude of different versions of. It's pretty much my favorite cast, with the Hakosuka GTR from Green Light. This has got the cool packaging like this that you can actually just open up and reseal. So we'll actually be able to take a closer look at this. So here's your little storage box. Pretty cool. Looks like a little container, a la, you know, the what is it? The Mini GT. And the car itself. Check it out here. So, you know, classic GTR by Green Light, the R34, metal on metal cast. This one, I believe, does have an opening hood. Mind you, these are extremely tough to open. Yep. So there you go. Opening hood. Reveal that RB26 DTT 2.6 liter inline 6 twin turbo engine, and very well rendered by Green Light. Details are really nice. GTR badging, lens lights in the front, painted in the rear. Only gripe I have against this casting is the reuse over and over and over again of these 5 spokes. That I mean, they just look like, you know, cheap aftermarket wheels. I don't know. But look, I mean, in white they look pretty cool. You've got all the sponsors, the big endless livery. There was actually a present example on a couple of JGTC vehicles. You've got a lot of cool details. Number 1, a nice yellow banner with the endless there. Zeal suspension. You know, really reputable Japanese tuner brands. The Yokohama tires on the roof as well. So very, very Japanese. You know, you've got the Sea West, which makes aero parts. NK, obviously, for the wheels. Although these do not look like any type of NK wheel models I've ever seen. The NGK spark plugs, the Bright seats, ATC clutch. ARD, I'm not exactly sure. Swift actually makes springs. You know, Agora clutch. So ATC must be the flywheel then if you got an Agora clutch on there. So unfortunately I cannot read kanji, so I won't be able to tell you what's on the rear fender. Although you do see a little guy going up a escalator. Yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty cool little car. And yeah, different tempo on the other side where you got that I don't know, is it like a feline or canine? I don't know. But like also the fact that they reversed the Sea West logo, which was something that had a brief moment in the spotlight in the tuning scene, where you'd get your sponsor logos mirrored for the other side, so they'd be perfectly symmetrical. But didn't last too long. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give you one last look at this beauty. And until the next one, wish you a great day. Don't hesitate to comment with any type of feedback. Hit that thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to be notified on the next upload. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.